Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through for Ichi the Witch chapters 2 onward. I'm gonna go for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, somewhere around there, somewhere in that, ballpark, and we'll see, how many chapters that is. I'll go anywhere from like 2 to up to 7. So like chapter 7 is where volume 1 ends, so anywhere from here to the end of volume 1 is where I'll go for this video. Not sure how I'll split these up in the future. Again, I'll probably just read for like 40-ish minutes or so, and then see how many chapters that ends up being. But I want to say thank you for the support on the first video. It was a big pleasant surprise seeing all the love for this series, and I was excited to read it, to try it out, to do something new. But yeah, I didn't expect there to be so much overlap with so many of you who watch my other stuff already saying that you like Ichi the Witch. So I am excited to continue it. I'm sorry it's been such a wait, because I wanted to do another video last week and I didn't have time. I wanted to do more than just one chapter when I read the first chapter, but now I finally get to continue the series a bit. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be in too much of a rush. There aren't that many chapters out yet. But I have been told from the comments last time that this is by the same author who wrote Mairimashite Iruma-kun, and I love Iruma-kun. I have talked about season 1. I haven't read the manga though. I'm an anime only. Maybe I should check out the manga. I have made a video on season 1. I've actually recorded a video on season 2 of Mairimashite Iruma-kun, but I don't think I've posted that yet. Maybe by the time you're seeing this video, I've posted it, but I don't think I've posted that yet. So I have done a video on season 2, and eventually I'm going to be doing a video on season 3. So I do like Mairimashite Iruma-kun, and this is the artist who did Act Age. Now, Act Age's author, I won't get too deep into it just to keep, the vibes up and everything. The author, I don't fully remember the details, so I won't go into the details. I don't know if they were just, I know it was sexual assault, but I don't know if they were just dropped by Shueisha or if they actually faced like legal repercussions. I feel like you have to face actual legal repercussions for Shueisha to drop you though, truth be told. So it is nice that a lot of people were saying it's nice that, the artist for Act Age, they got to be an artist in Jump, and they kind of got screwed over by the bad behavior of the author. But since the author, got in trouble, now the artist, it's nice that they get another chance to be in Jump. So that's very, very cool. So yeah, I am excited. I didn't ever read Act Age though, so I had heard of the drama before, way back when it happened. It's been a bit. So I had heard of that, but I hadn't never read Act Age. So I am not familiar with the artist, but I am familiar with the author. That was just some stuff that was brought up to me in the comments, but I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else for me to throw out here. So yeah, let's just start reading. I'm excited to see it because of course it is Jump, Shueisha, what have you. I cannot show it on screen, but I will have the volume cover of whatever volume we're reading up here until we get caught up, and then I'll just have to throw whatever volume cover I want up here because we'll be caught up. So I can't actually show it on screen, and the chapter numbers so that you can follow along. And yeah, I think just story-wise, it's going to be cool to see where things go. The way the world is set up, it's like, so are most of the villains, are we going to have like evil magic users, evil witches that are the villains? Are most of the villains going to be magics? Is Ichi going to have to go around hunting magics to get their abilities? Even if Ichi hunts them, can he even get any of the magic other than the king's magic? Is that even possible since he's a guy? There's so many questions like that. Or is the king's magic just specifically one thing? And if so, that means I think it'll be really cool that the vast majority of this cast you think will probably end up being women. Also the fact that we were apparently shown the strongest witch right from chapter 1. I loved all the like comedic faces and facial expressions from Desscaras was I think her name. So I am excited to see where that goes from here. So starting with chapter 2, Ichi the Witch, we have a color page here. Second hunt, Uroro Magic. Cool, just taking it in and all. In this world, Magic is alive. Living magic, called magics, are hunted by special women, witches. They defeat magics and acquire their power. Now the world's greatest, most powerful, most perfect witch is the peerless beauty Desscaras. She used her massive talent and awesome skills to fight the evil magic Uroro, and nearly destroyed it. But it turns out, Uroro is a magic who specifically can't be defeated by women. Mwahaha, I cheat, you lose! Desscaras had her back to the wall, but right then, some random dumb kid, in parentheses, male, barged in. That random dumb kid, male, somehow managed to defeat Uroro and acquire it. And that is where we are now, and she's Rukia-ing it, except with much better drawings. Did you get all that, random dumb kid, male? I think random dumb kid, male, I wonder if that is just a comedic way that they were like, it'd be so funny to translate like otokonoko that way, or if it is actually a gag in the Japanese version too. Then I feel like I could argue a few of the details, but I understand. However, do you mind explaining the cage? Did you already forget what you did? And we see the scar carved into the mountainside from the spell he let off before. Repent. That magic you acquired, Uroro, it turns out it's really dangerous. Its scientific name is the Ultra Amplification Magic. It goes by the name King Uroro. And then witches have spent the last 1,000 years trying and failing to acquire it. The Ultra Amplification Magic is basically what it says on the tin. It's a spell that takes magical effects, any magical effects, and amplifies them to the maximum degree. Not only that, that's all without practice or training. You just have to pronounce the chant properly. That's it. The result? Look down. Now that magic that had 2 fingers aimed square at the magic world has been acquired by a snot-nosed monkey boy who doesn't know magic from a hole in the ground. Can you see how we have a bit of a problem? True. Well, the one saving grace, downside, is that firing it off just once knocks you out for 3 days. 3 days? I was asleep for 3 full days? I slapped you silly and then some, but you didn't budge. So, is it really that it knocks you out for 3 days? Or was it that in this specific situation he was knocked out for 3 days and so she's like, that must be the rule. No wonder my cheeks sting. I love all the comedic panels. They're so good. Tried a loud sound spell. Nothing. And revivification spell only made the plants around you perk up. I wish I could have seen that. Anyway, you now have 2 choices. Become my servant, my companion, or run and try to desperately hide as the whole world comes after you. The whole world? And did I hear you say servant? You have no idea just how unusual you are. You're probably the first male witch ever. Witches and researchers all over the world would love to get their hands on you. Get caught and it's the guinea pig's life for you. You'll be experimented on all day long. That makes a ton of sense. I thought they were just going to be like, okay, you're a witch now, you're the first guy witch. But it seems like the story's going to be like, okay, no, we actually have to hide him and just pretend that he's her servant. Because if people know, then they would want to try to figure out how to make other male witches. And you say you won't do that. I mean, it feels like the female, like, I don't know how much we'll get into how their society works, but it feels like the men in their society would want to use him to gain power, and the females in society, like, it feels like women in this society would have a lot of power because they have straight up magic compared to men. And if that's the case, then they would want to eliminate him or hide him away in order to prevent men from getting power. And you say you won't do that. Not really. Don't try to scuttle away. My business is with Uroro, who's stuck inside you now. If possible, I want to keep it close by. Do as I tell you, and I'll protect you from the guinea pig life. Ha! My vote is for running, kid. And so this is this going to be, what, a Sukuna situation of Uroro within him this entire time? Uroro, don't let her fool you. That witch is trying to steal me from you. Me, though, I'll help you. Who cares if the world's out to get us? Let's run, partner. True, I mean, he could just amplification his way through life, right? If he can just do that so easily. He cuts it off and throws it. Yikes, that startled me. That's my line, you dumb kid. And he just pops out on the other shoulder this time. It came back. Who instantly slices a guy's head off like that? I also really love that Ichi's manga protagonist goal was, I want to stab this thing. Just give me a reason. I need a reason. Give me a reason to stab this thing. When a weird blob grows out of my shoulder, I'm gonna cut it off. I sensed murderous intent. I sensed murderous intent. Yeah, that'll get your head lopped off all right. You two did not have to agree on that. Don't bother, Uroro. I know what you're up to. So predictable. You want to turn that kid against the Witches Association so he gets himself killed. Magics are set free once their master dies. So you think I'd stop there? Okay, so it must be the case then. I was wondering last time, like, do multiple people contract with the fire magic? But it seems like no, only one person contracts with a magic at a time. And if that's the case, I do still think one person can contract with multiple magics, right? So you could be somebody with like 3 magics. And if so, if Desscaras is the strongest, then how many does she have and what are her magics? You think I'd stop there? Let's say for half a sec that I accept the fact that this snot-nosed monkey acquired me. That's just how the rules are supposed to work. Again with the snot. However, cooperating with witches? Psh, no way, I'm gonna help him hunt my own kind. Hunt. And then trigger word activated. Hunt? His attention has been grabbed. Yeah, witches are these vicious barbarians who go around hunting magics. Excuse you? We hunt you magics because you tromp around wrecking things. Who cares? We're the indigenous species here, thanks. The history of magics goes way, way further back than your inferior monkey species. Excuse you? What you say? Mind in the past much. Mind in the past much? Get with the times already, you geriatric magic. There are plenty of magics cooperating with humans these days. Excuse me, what? I know nothing of no stinking traitors who work with monkeys. Hey, are there a lot of magics? Ones like this one. Huh? And she's making faces at him. His eyes light up. Of course he heard hunt. And then we have idea. Why, yes, there are. There are all kinds of magics out there. And they're all super powerful and cunning prey to hunt. Oh, and he's all excited, sparkling. I love these two. At present, there are 3,185 different confirmed magics. Of those, 402 have been acquired by witches. So there are only 402 acquired magics, which means there are, at most, 402 witches, maybe less. But the world still holds countless unknown magics. They may hide in the heart of volcanoes. I love this world setup. Or in the soundless depths of the ocean. They hide in patient silence. No one's found them yet. But we know they're there, tracking those magics down, hunting them, acquiring them. That's a witch's job. I love this panel setup, where the panel is cut and dark across the top to look like a witch's hat over her, and then it's like all of the magics would be up in her mind as she's describing them. Man, the paneling there's really good. Or in the glittering heights of the sky. I love some of these crazy designs too. Or even in a dusty, forgotten corner of someone's study. I saw your house. One look at how you live and it's obvious. You are a hunter. Normally, men have zero connection to anything magic related, but through some miracle you acquired Uroro, which gave you power. With what you are now, you can hunt magics. That sneaky witch. She's trying to convince... He's insane. He's insane. She's trying to convince an absolutely crazy human into doing an absolutely crazy thing. This is bad. Really bad. Loose this snot-nosed monkey to the magic world and I'll do it. Huh? I'm still not clear on all this witch and magic stuff, but I'll think about it once I've hunted a few. Good. Hunt first, ask questions later. This sucks. Haha, I win, you lose. Now the cage starts to dissipate. Okay, let's get off this mountain. So again, are there going to be like basic magics, like flying around or some of the stuff that we saw her do before? Or is like creation magic one of her things and this is how she makes the cage and does stuff? And I would assume that the gold witch, the like Orion or whatever they called her, witch from chapter 1, I forget her name, is the one who is the one with maybe the mirror magic. Reminds me of the guy from Black Clover. I have not read Black Clover in years, I think. I read like the first volume or so and it was forever ago. That's something else I could read if people really want it. Then, what? Right now? Yep. You know, I've got a billion messages. You mentioned a revive spell before, right? What's the chant for it? Be thee reborn. Partheon. What of it? And again, so you can just use revive spells without the revive magic? Or I mean, maybe she has the revive magic, but he can use it because he can use any magic to its fullest effect? Not 100% certain on this yet. Or maybe anyone, like, well, any non-man can just use any kind of magic, but your magic is infused with whatever sort of, like if you have the fire magic, then everything you do can be infused with fire. You can do special things. Like maybe anyone can shoot fireballs, but if you have the fire magic, not only can you shoot fireballs, but you can do a bunch of things with fire maybe. Okay, and then he goes back into witch form. Her face, it's so good. Whoa, 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 what do you think you're doing? Gonna try this magic stuff. Don't even try. Did every word I said, or I just said, go in one ear and out the other, you dumb kid? I'll be asleep for 3 days again, but I'll trust you to handle it. What? Before I leave on my journey, it's only right to make amends for what I did. He leaps down. I've done you wrong. Let me make it right. Urodo Amp version, Partheon. He stabs into the ground with the knife, and everything starts teeming with all sorts of nature. We see the witches taking notice, and it's massively overgrown on the side of the mountain. You dumb monkey. And Uroro is melting. Now, I finally get through to you, and what do I see? Desscaras, what in all the heavens is going on there? Where'd that whole forest come from? Desscaras? Maybe I'll just dump him in the woods and leave. Dump him in the woods somewhere and leave. I really love these two. Desscaras is my favorite, though, so far. But I love these two. Urodo is really entertaining and could continue to be entertaining. Feels very, Sukuna-ish, as I mentioned. Okay. Very fun. I enjoyed that a lot. So what's crazy, he can just nature things up, not just the plants, but butterflies and birds everywhere. But now he's going to be out for 3 days, and she's going to have to find a way to explain this without giving him away. But also, like I mentioned, if anyone can learn to be a witch without taking magics, and can use like these basic spells like the revive spell or whatever, revivification spell, then basically anybody can use magic. Why? You don't even need a magic. So there might be more than 402 witches. They just don't have magics. But if you can have more than one magic per witch, then that means there were less than 400 with magics. But also, don't tell me these things. These are things that, you know, I need to learn from reading the story itself, so don't spoil me, please. But either way, let's continue and read Chapter 3. That was actually kind of a lot. We might end up with a really short 2-chapter video if the other one's that long too. But Chapter 3 starts with Mount Beroken, and then, or Baroken. This bird gets zapped, falls to the ground. Third hunt, Raikou magic. Okay, so we're getting lightning magic then, right off the bat. Very quickly. Yes, there's nothing like the smell of seared flesh. And we have the Raikou magic. Some sort of fox-wolf creature? I'm assuming wolf, I guess. It's been 2 weeks since I manifested in this world. I've fried just about every animal in this area, and so far, witches haven't come to try and acquire me. Like, at all. There should be a human village some miles from here. I think it's time I was on my way, to fry some humans. Also, though, it's not like we'll run across it on our journey like I thought, right? Because he's going to be asleep for the journey for 3 days. I am the flames sparked from lightning. I become an electric current that surges through the body, boiling a creature's blood and cooking them from the inside. I am a powerful, dreadful, terrifying magic. I'm so scary I'll make your hair stand on end, literally. Since I'm going all the way there, I might as well fry all the humans in the village. Yeah, I'll make a scene so grisly the witches who rush to their aid will faint from horror. With that, I'll make my name as the newest of the nefarious human-hater magics, and from there, I'll grow in power until I stand as the greatest of all lightning magics. Ooh, but that's just the beginning. Okay, so there are various lightning magics, and Raikou is one of them. Yes, that will be but the first page of my legend. And we have the ominous, lurking Ichi, but then as soon as it glances over, vanished. Must have imagined it. Must have been the wind. Oops, my heart jewel got smudged. It starts rubbing it with one of its tails. Or I guess since it has multiple tails, it's probably a fox then. The trial for acquiring me is to steal this heart jewel without being struck by my lightning even once. That's one very cruel trial if I do say so myself. Mwahehe, I can see it already. The looks of anguish on the witches' faces as they try and fail again and again. And then it glances, hint. Ichi's going, this is hilarious. This is so good. I can imagine when this gets an anime adaptation, this scene would be so funny. I'm getting a bit worked up. I should calm down. It's so good. Over there. And he sees... Is this Desscaras acting as bait, maybe? Sweet serendipity. I can't believe I get a chance to do a test fry before reaching the village. This will be my very first human victim. Frying them in one go won't be any fun. I'm going to play. Now, human, give me a good look at your face, as you tremble in abject terror, as I, the dreaded Raikou, deliver unto you your doom? And then immediately starts falling. Was it a pit trap? Huh? And then it's grabbed by the neck by a rope as well. And yoinked. He just yoinked it. He throws something, a wet cloth, onto its face? What just happened? Oh, interesting. So this is a magic. It's surprisingly light for its size. And it blacks out. So he freaking Cosby'd the magic? I freaking love Desscaras so much, just laying on the tails. And I took it down without using Ororo, just as you said. Ichi and Des, infusing magic power. Then, yep, looks like the magically infused trap we set was enough. Gotta be all like, hurrah! And then, okay, so you can infuse items with magic, then, just normally. Okay, time to butcher it. No butchering. Huh? Jeez, this poor thing, I can't bear to watch. What the heck have you done to it? You again? What's that rope around its neck? It's a noose trap. Pull this end and the noose tightens. It's really handy. Then... the manga teaching people how to tie a noose? Foxes have a quirk. When they pounce on prey, they really want that pounce to be to the northeast if possible. And we have a quick sketch. Put some bait to its northeast and lure it there. It's highly likely the fox will go for it. Plus, I can completely understand why it couldn't stop itself from pouncing. Who could, with someone as elegant and delicate and as gorgeous as me as bait? Elegant? Delicate? Yo, you got a problem? What's the cloth? It's fabric I soaked in wood vinegar. Foxes don't like its pungent smell. This one seemed to have a particularly sharp nose, so I figured a healthy whiff of it might knock it out. Okay then, I get all the logic and stuff, but that's not how it's supposed to go, you know. It's more like this, and we have a fantastical image of a witch fighting a magic. The tense atmosphere as the witch and magic face off. The proud introductions. There's a whole culture around building just the right scene. Is that why it was shouting random things? And then we have it rehearsing. I am the... No, maybe a deeper voice? Steal my gem if you dare. We overheard what its trial is and everything. One of the basic tenets of hunting is the ambush. Why do I need to introduce myself to my prey? Your prey, huh? This magic killed for fun. It wasn't hungry. Its life wasn't in danger. It burned other creatures purely because it felt like it. That isn't hunting. That's murder. It had no problem toying with others. Thus it has no right to complain about others toying with it. Interesting. He looks at magics in a fundamentally different way. Witches tend to view magics as monsters to be feared and respected. When we face one, we focus on its power. In this, Raiko's case, that would be its lightning abilities. But Ichi is different. He observed the magic in its natural habitat for a whole day, learning its animal habits and finding a weakness to exploit from there. Treating magics as just another living creature, and hunting them as one. So will he just straight up kill it? Or if he takes the gem, does that mean he gets the magic? Or would Desscaras just grab it to add to her magics? Or can you only have one? Hey, should I stab its heart or cut its throat? Just to be sure. Nah, I can already see the girls at the Witches' Association keeling over in a faint. Just cut that heart jewel free before it wakes up. Let's at least take its pelt. Really? Let's at least take its pelt. Just do it. And he takes the jewel. And then it turns into a gem of some kind? What's this? A magic stone. It's basically proof that you've acquired that magic. Keep it on you at all times, okay? But Uroro didn't turn into one when I beat it. It's the exception, not the rule. I guess you could say that I have a gem of a personality. I'm a treasure just as I am. You're awfully filthy for a gem, and ugly, and foul-mouthed, and gross. Sure, go ahead, say what you two want. There's something carved inside it, too. That's its chant. Speak it out, and Raiko will activate, so don't just say it, okay? And we have the tape over his mouth, so he can't just immediately say it. What was that? Okay, this ought to be appeasement enough. Then Desscaras, where in the name of all that's holy are you? Do you have any idea how much paperwork your mess has left me? Whoopsie daisy. Anyway, return this instant and report. Sawi, everyone is waiting for you with bated breath. You have the young man with you, correct? Yeah. Bring him with you without fail. Okay, so I guess maybe they just know then. We await you in the capital of Natali. At the Mantinel Witches Association. I love these gorgeous, like, city shots. Very pretty stuff. With the river running through and everything. Is it me, or are you extra fancy? We have the detailed, purposefully... I hate terms like aura farming and everything, but that's absolutely Desscaras. She, purposefully is out here trying to look as cool as possible. She is, putting effort into it. Okay, very fun chapter once again. So again, do normal witches just carry around magic stones then? Is that just what they do? They just carry around the stones? I don't quite... So normal witches maybe just carry around stones and that's how they have multiple magics? Again, it's confusing what you can and can't do without a magic itself. And he's the exception living within them, so the magics don't live within the witches who have the stones. Okay. And I'm assuming, again, that's one of those things, don't spoil me. If it's something I'll figure out when I read, I'll figure out when I read. For now, though, let's go read Chapter 4. Starting with the info box, okay, give me, we have Fourth Hunt, Natali the Capital. Give me the lore boxes. Natali the Capital, approximation, hold on, population approximately 3 million. A prosperous coastal city centered around the magic industry. Its big tourist attractions include Main Street and the Mantinel Witches Association. 3 million! Very pretty. I love how with the clothing and the buildings, it feels like this world has a really distinct culture going on that I like a lot. So many people. Well, yeah, it's the biggest city in the region. Not even the biggest city, just in the region. And then quit gawking like a bumpkin. Look at all the shops, too. All the ladies are using magic like it's nothing. That's amazing. This isn't something you'll see out in the sticks, yeah? But women can't automatically use magic. We need formal training first. Miss Desscaras' magic seminar. Okay. Mantinel Witches Association members. We get an explanation here. Let's go from the bottom to the top, actually. The average man has no power at all. They can't use magic or magic items. The average woman has potential, but can barely use magic. They can use magic items, though. Then when you get into witches, junior witch cadets are girls who've taken the aptitude test and have been declared to have magic potential. We'll probably see a bit of those since there were the characters from his village. So girls who have taken the aptitude test have been declared to have magic potential. They're qualified to learn magic at the association school, the Mantinel Magic Academy for Girls. Then we have senior witch cadets, are witch assistants. They work in a variety of support fields, from magic research to the production of magic items and equipment. Okay, so basically any woman can potentially use it. But then witches, magic specialists, they're deployed across the land to hunt magics. Okay, so there is basically no difference between witches with magics or without magics. I was thinking that once we started getting this, maybe the witch cadets, even the senior ones have maybe been through the training, but they don't have magics. But witches are ones who actually have magics. But maybe I'm wrong on that. And there are just witches out there, like fully fledged witches who just don't have magics potentially. Most of the women working in Natali went through the Witches Association. True, if you're like in the same city as the association, like why not get a little training and learn some magic, even if you're not good enough to become like a full witch, like maybe you don't have the aptitude for it, but you can at least learn a little bit. They use their magic in all kinds of jobs, labor, craft work, you name it. Witch dolls, witch who's who books. Witches are popular. They're a great source of tourist income. Wow, so there's tons of witch merchandise, huh? And we see Life of Desscaras. The legend of the beautiful warrior princess continues. What? The cover's really off here. No wonder nobody in this crowd recognizes you. Ah well, no matter how you try, you can't truly capture the beauty of the real thing. These boots are pretty, and he's looking at them. You listen when I talk. What, you interested in magic items? That's rare for a man. Magic items? Yeah, they're items that'll do special things if you pour a little magic power into them. Okay, now we're getting explanations even of what magic items are. These are a pair of leg booster boots. Pour in a little power and they'll strengthen your legs. And then a tallish fence. That said, given the average woman's strength, they'll let a girl jump, say, 6 feet or so in the air. That's it. I want to try them. They'll just be a pair of frilly knee-highs on you, mister. Magic items are for women only. I heard a rumor that a male witch popped up somewhere. Yeah, right. Men can't be witches. It's impossible. Hey, that's... And then immediately shut up. Yeah, wild rumor, huh? Listen, kid, the fact that you can use magic's a secret. Got that? No using any. Period. If someone finds out, I'll get yelled at. Okay. Don't you dare do anything to draw attention to... And it's weird that even random people heard the rumor. Or maybe it's not a rumor caused by him. The rumor just exists because, actually, it just hit me. Maybe the rumor exists because there is another male witch somewhere and they're going to be a villain in the future. But what I was thinking is, maybe the rumor just exists because that's a normal rumor that would exist in a world like this. Even if it's not from him. Even if it's pre-him. Don't you dare do anything to draw attention to... And then a letter floats by. A letter? Top secret. It fell out of the sky? Aha, there, I bet she must have dropped it. Oof, earth, it's floating. Must be a levitation spell. Witch cadets carry the mail from the harbor over to the Witches Association via air routes. Sheesh, how many bags did they pile on that thing? It's overflowing. With that load, there's no way she'd notice if she dropped a letter or two. The letter looks important, yeah? And he's looking at the boots with stupid intent. Oh well, I'll take it to the association later. And then, a gale? What the heck was that? My products! My products! Is the display okay? Wait, the boots, they're missing. What the heck? I'm borrowing them. Hold this as collateral, and the knife is left behind. Don't tell me he... Whew, I'm flying! Now, how to land? And then... he's... flying just all over the place, jumping around. Wow, I can really jump! And he's, like, running past the window with these kids playing, throwing up peace signs. Mommy, there's a weird guy flying through the sky. The things you children say. It's so heavy. Mantinel Witches Association, Witch Cadet Kumugi. Okay, so we get... I love this. We get the delivery person to be an actual character. I was thinking we might, just because of the setup, but I'm glad we are. Master just had to go and buy a bunch of weird stuff for her experiments again. Isn't this clearly way too much for one trip? Is it just me? And we're setting up Master and experiments. Might be somebody who ends up wanting to experiment on Ichi. What is with today anyway? A bird's unholy screeching jolted me out of bed at 5 a.m. My favorite mug suddenly developed cracks that spelled death in it. Literally spell death. My prophecy forecast for the day said, watch your back. It all feels kind of like a bad omen. Excuse me? And why am I always the one stuck doing all the deliveries? And again, I love all the different outfits we're seeing for the different characters. This bike is so slow, too. I guess it's no surprise given how old it is. Like, they're really killing it with the various hats. Hello. It's already broken down more than once. It needs some serious maintenance. No, forget that. I wish they'd just buy a whole new bike. Expense it to the department. Hey, oh, yes? Here, you dropped this. Huh? And I wonder if we're going to get into things where socially all of the witches are so used to just being around women all of the time that they're not going to be able to interact really well with basically the first man at their level. Sorry. Gah. And her spirit is leaving after getting whopped in the back of the head. Why you? I love all of the Desscaras faces. They're so good. You idiotic feral boy. Why must you always go off and immediately do what I just told you not to? Hey, I didn't use magic. I told you not to attract any attention. Sorry. If sorry was good enough, we wouldn't need police. I managed to get a hold of the one witness at least. I'm gonna have to write a formal apology over this, aren't I? Pain in the butt. I don't even want to write a full sentence. Can I just say sorry and call it good? And I quote, if sorry was good enough, we wouldn't need police. Shut up, who asked you anyway? Get lost, you creepy bug. How's it feel to be so dumb, huh? Desscaras? What? Magic is fun. I feel like I could catch a flying bird up here. Oh, and if I stomped a river surface with these boots, maybe I could KO all the fish. So many possibilities. Immediately, moment a little ruined. I really should just dump him in the ocean somewhere. Agreed. That was Uroro speaking. I thought it was Ichi at first. Agreed. Yeah, dump me in the ocean. I'll kick it. I'll kick the fish. Oh, there's black smoke coming out of the back of this thing. What? Because it has to carry 3 people. Whoa. 3 people and a Uroro. Desscaras? I did tell you to bring him here, yes. I said nothing about crashing through the gate in the process. And then the pose and all. I'm home. You can begin by writing a formal apology. And we have all of the people seeing them crash through. So fun. Okay, this is, it's been a little bit on my voice, so I think I might end here, even though it's only 3 chapters. Again, it's one of those things where I'm just going to be reading Ichi the Witch when I feel like reading more Ichi the Witch, and also when I have time to. If it was when I feel like it, it would be all the time, but I do also have to spend time turning these into videos. So expect plenty more videos where this came from. I am so into this right now. I think I'll probably keep doing videos pretty often and just kind of slow down once we're either caught up or close to catching up. But I loved these 3 chapters. I am having so much fun. The first chapter, I was like, okay, it's good, interesting premise. I like the characters already, but these 3, I think, were even way better than the first chapter. These 3 were so good. They were so fun. I was just smiling the whole time. I loved it. So I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of these 3 chapters, my first thoughts and reaction to them. Subscribe for more Ichi the Witch, much more on the channel when it comes to manga, webtoons, anime, tons of stuff. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, that's free and open for anyone. If you'd like to help support the channel by sharing the video around or dropping a super thanks, that would be very much appreciated. If you would like to help support the channel by hitting join down below to become a member, going to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Then, you can get your name at the end of videos, on top of helping me to keep making videos, on top of also getting One Piece bingo early if you want to. We do One Piece bingo every week. So you can get all of that, but also mostly just help support the channel. Thank you to people already doing so. Thank you to members and patrons. Chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls Efranono, JA and the D-Band, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SGN, Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pate Ariel, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.